Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for Ghost Power Book 2, Season 1, Episode 7, and all of that, okay? Do not forget to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and all that goodness and stuff and whatnot, okay? You can also follow me on IG and Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. Okay, you need to do what? Relax, relate, and release. Okay, you need to center yourself. Inhale, exhale, breathe it on out. Okay, and to like, comment, and share this video. Now, let's move on. So we see, I don't have any pictures this time because again, it's 3 a.m. and I want to get it done. We see the pastor's assistant. We see all the money around on the table, and we hear boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what's going on? Kane and his people, the GTG gang, is robbing a church. I'm like, you in the Lord's house? Taking the church's money? Cussing and fussing in front of Jesus? I can't. So the pastor takes like a little safe thing to get more money, and we then see one of the GTG guys is in there with the assistant who sees GTG on his hand. Okay, Kane was trying to keep no one from getting shot. Well, no, he was trying to keep everyone from getting shot. But when the pastor's assistant kind of got loose and ran out, you know, they had to shoot at somebody, shot one of the dudes who was robbing them or whatever, and the pastor's assistant got out. Now, Kane, dumb self, didn't even fully have his face covered. I'm looking like, Kane, you can't be that dumb. I'm like, As Boy Toy said last week, Kane is out of control. You robbing churches now? Churches? Girl, I can't. Now, in class, Tariq was in class with his friends or whatever, and that whole... is it an internship, an externship, something of a fellowship? The fellowship that can allow the student to get out a year early. They're going to announce who are the top 5 students of the class who will be in the running to get that. Okay, my ass, they're trying to announce that some dude, a kid, a student or whatever, run in, toss around condoms. I'm looking like, who come into the class and toss around condoms yelling, sex week? I'm like, sex week? Y'all don't have sex all the time or whatever? So apparently, you know what I'm saying, the school has had this sex week thing where it started off with the school educating the students about sex education. Well, it has kind of transformed into debauchery, orgies, and sex parties or whatever. And people have to do what? Have safe sex. I'm like, please do. We get back to who are the 5 students who will be, you know, up for the fellowship. Well, it was 3 people who we don't know. I'm like, I don't know them people or whatnot. And then it was also Thought Pocket Gail, aka Lauren, and then Skin Tone Keisha or whatever. Tariq did not make it. He was very upset that he did not make it. And that Professor Fucker student, female Carrie, is, you know, are you okay? I know you're upset about, you know, not making it. I'm fine, leave me be. But as Carrie is checking on Tariq, you know, just being a good teacher, she cared a lot though. Jabari, the other professor who be fucking students or whatever, he see them talking, he gets a little bit jealous. I'm looking like, Jabari he don't need to be around, like, he's creepy. Okay. Now we then see, you know, Nutty Niece and Brayden in the bed having sex. Well, technically, Brayden was giving her a head, and she was telling Brayden he's getting better at doing it. I'm looking like, well, that's not a compliment. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? She said, but tell me where you were that day you were missing, because I know you're lying. You weren't really with your brother. He's like, man, whatever. After having that conversation, Tariq walks in. Man, what the fuck is she doing? I told you I did not want her here. Y'all up in that bed looking like uncooked chicken cutlets. I said uncooked chicken cutlets. I mean, they did or whatever. He like, you know, he like, you know what I'm saying, I'll talk to you once you're gone or whatnot. He don't want nothing to do with Nutty Niece, and he don't even know who Nutty Niece really is. He just don't want her around or whatnot. So that's what it was. Now back at Monet house, Kane still ain't came home. Okay, it's been 3 days and he ain't there, and it's time to re-up the drugs or whatever. Kane and Monet usually does that because Kane is the muscle. So no one fucks with Monet when Kane is around, because Kane will kill you or whatnot. But because Kane isn't there, you know, oh, well, Drew will do it. Drew is Drew a killer or whatnot? We don't know. So Diana and Drew then bring up how Kane always does the re-up. Something got to be done about it or whatnot. So they have to figure out, you know what I'm saying, how to get Kane back in with the family. So she said, well, I know where Kane be hanging out. I'm going to go find him and I'm going to make him come back and talk to mama. But Monet is upstairs on the phone with Lorenzo. Okay, with Lorenzo, asking, what did you say to Kane? Because I know for a fact he came and talked to you, because whenever things get crazy around here, he run to his daddy or not. So what did you say? Okay, it's been 3 days, Lorenzo. What happened? I just told him to listen to you, okay, and to not do it again. I just made my point clear, okay. He'll be back. Give some time. I'm looking like you not gonna tell her you had that boy beat up. But I mean, you know, it was what it was. So, you know, Tariq is calling Monet like, look, I need more product. What's going on? Look, all I know is if I'm not selling product here, other people will, and that's gonna be a whole issue. Well, look, if I have to wait, Tariq, so do you. I will call you when I have more stuff. I'm like, what kind of drug dealer don't have no product? And how long? Like, you should always re-up before you run out. So what's going on here? What kind of drought you have, Monet? Is you a real drug dealer? I don't know. I'm leave that be. We then see Davis and Sachs. Okay, they are still working together. Okay, Sachs is upset, you know what I'm saying, because of course he looked dumb in court, and Davis kind of played him a little bit to make him look more dumb, but we're gonna leave that be. Like, look, I need to do a better job at making it look like I'm putting Tasha away. If not, I'm gonna get fired. Okay, so we need to do things differently. I need to call someone to the stand to make it seem as if I'm getting Tasha. He brings up, you know, Q, who was the guy who Tasha framed for Jane's murder. They bring up how they can say that she framed him to protect Tariq, but they can't say that right now, but they'll bring it up in Tariq's court case. Okay, Dave then brings up how he can attack Q on his criminal record to kind of discredit him as anything against Tasha. They bring up Rashad Tate. They would say, you know, Rashad Tate is a lying ass nigga. Move on from that. They then bringing in Lisa Marie Proctor, Proctor's daughter. David says she's a child. She wouldn't know anything. I'm like, she knows it all. They then bring it up Tommy's mama Kate. And, you know, Sachs brings up how, you know, she would say how Tommy didn't kill Ghost. And they would say she's a freaking ex-stripper, coked out. You know, I would kill her on cross. You know, that's not good either. Sachs, like, I need to find someone who Stephen Ott will think will blame Tasha, but they also know the truth about Ghost. Who is left? Who is alive and around? Who could possibly do that? We then see he goes to get Angela's sister, Paz. I'm like, Lord Jesus. So shit, like, look, I moved on. I have a whole new life now. You know, you gotta find somebody else to help you. Like, I can't help you. I don't know nothing. Look, if you don't help me, I'm gonna go get a subpoena, and it's gonna be a whole thing. She's like, I don't know. Like, Tasha didn't tell me anything about no murder. I don't know nothing. He say, fine, just say that on the stand. And so she agrees to come and say that on the stand or whatnot. We then see Diana then found Kane. Okay, he has some little thigh pockets house who walking around in clothes she can't afford, drinking her kids' juice boxes. I'm like, why didn't them gotta be your kids' juice boxes or whatnot? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Is Kane here? No. Kane not here. Bitch, please, you can't afford them clothes. I know Kane bought you them clothes. What? Kane? Kane come downstairs, him downstairs. Anyway, you talking to Diana, what you want, what you doing here. Boy, where have you been? It's been 3 whole days. We miss you. Mommy miss you, whatever. You need to come home. He like, look, I ain't coming home. I feel like mama or daddy don't want me there. Okay, mommy or poppy don't want me around. That's I'm over here, whatever. She's like, look, mama miss you. Okay, she miss you. You know she depend on you. We got a drive coming up. A whole re-up. You know you have to. She needs you, Kane. Okay, you have to show up for the family. Okay, if you want to fix what happened, show up at the moment when you need to be there. Okay, do that. Okay, for the re-up or whatever. He like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Send me the information. I'll show up at the drop or whatever and see how things go from there. You know, but don't tell mommy where I'm at. Okay, leave that being whatnot. I'm like, Now, when Diana gets back home, when Monet was talking to Drew about helping her or whatever, but she like, we don't need that, you know what I'm saying? I found Kane. I talked to Kane. I told Kane he need to come to the re-up or whatever. But I can't tell you where he at. What you mean? You can't tell me? Really, Diana? Look, mama, he need to trust somebody. He don't trust you. He don't trust daddy or whatever. He gonna trust me. So, you know what I'm saying? He gonna be there. Don't worry about it. Okay, cool. So now, you know what I'm saying, we can depend on Kane to be where he's supposed to be. We see Tasha calls Tariq, and she tells somebody, you know what I'm saying, I don't think you should come to court. No, ma, I want to support you. Boy, listen, okay, it's not safe, okay? When they mention your name, you should not be in the public eye. No one should see you at my court case and hear your name too. I'm like, well, Tasha, they know who he is. He's your son, but I'm going to leave that be. But she was smart to feel as if your name is coming up too much for me to want you there. You know what I'm saying? Your name should not come up at all. Plus, you the killer. Can't have you there, whatever. Anyway, when Brayden walks in, he hangs up the phone. And they just kind of fuss a little bit because Tariq don't want, Nutty Niece there. You know what I'm saying? Brayden felt like, well, she's only here because her roommates don't like, guys around her whatnot. Tariq like, Kane was here and kidnapped you and kidnapped your brother. Like, do you want that to happen to her too? He was like, you know what? You're right. Kane, kidnapping, crazy Kane. I should not have her here. No, you should not. None of y'all should have girlfriends around there when Kane crazy ass is around or whatnot. But we then see back at a bed of an adult house. I'm like, who is this having sex? Who was having this good old sex or whatnot? And we look and I'm like, oh, Zeke fucking. Okay, because Zeke said earlier that he be fucking people or whatnot. He fucking somebody. I'm like, wait. Zeke still fucking Carrie? Girl, Zeke and Carrie having a full-on fuck session at Carrie's house. Now, he feel like they good together. They can work out or whatever because he don't like people his age. He feel like they just want to be with a basketball star. Whereas she's older, they can talk about more stuff. He feels more comfortable with her. Even say, I want you to meet my Monet. I'm looking like, Monet will probably have that woman arrested. She's an adult. You're a kid, but I'm going to leave that be. Carrie, like, well, I don't think we should do that. Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm a teacher. You're a student. We can't do that and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You need to hang out with your friends, go to college parties or whatever. You still have to live life, like you do or whatever. You can't, we can't be like publicly together. And then he said, well, that's fine. Like, I'll go to the party. I'll go hang out like you want me to, but I'm not letting you go. So, they're at the house, still doing it or whatever, taking showers or whatever. He's sitting around in his little boxes or whatever, watching basketball on the big screen TV and whatnot. And then when he gets up to go get in the shower and someone knocks on the door, oh, it's just the food is fine or whatever. So he go into the bathroom for a shower. She opened the door. It's Jabari. I don't feel this show needs the whole two crazy teachers who like fucking each other, but they're crazy. I don't think it need that, but it was what it was. But earlier in the episode, he's like, I can come help you with your work or whatever, for whatever this assignment is. And so she gave him some cards to write down, a secret for the kids to do in class and whatnot. He's like, so I'm here to go for the cards. I brought some food or whatever. We can kind of. She was like, no, I told you, like, we can only, hang out and talk about school stuff. Like, it can't be anything personal. So why would you come to my house with food from our favorite restaurants, trying to like get in my panties and whatnot? So no, you cannot come in here and talk. You're like, yeah, but I came by. I thought it would be a good memory. That's what we do. We fight, we argue, and then we make up. So to him, it's time for them to make up. And she's like, nah, we're not going to do that. But then he hear the shower cut on, someone's there. He look at the TV, the TV is on sports. And they like, really? Are you really? But then he's looking around and he sees like a student envelope and like the condoms the kids have. So he realized, okay, she fucking a student. I can't believe she fucking a student. But she's like, you need to leave. She closes the door. He then goes to his car like the bitch he is, and he then rips up Tariq's card and then writes something new on his card because he's a whole asshole or whatnot. I'm like, because he thinks she's fucking Tariq. Because earlier, he saw her talking to Tariq. I'm looking like, out of all the students in the whole campus, you've never seen her talk to anybody but Tariq. I don't care. So we then see us in class. Okay, so Carrie has these cards that Jabari helped her with and whatnot, and then she's giving them to students. So each student has a card that has a secret on it, okay? And they have to keep the secrets to themselves, okay? Now they have a partner in the class too. The partner has to try to get them to tell them the secret by using the tactics in the book, The 48 Laws of Power. So they have to use that to reveal what the secret is and whatnot. We don't see what secret he wrote on Tariq's card. And when Tariq gets his card, he was like, well, okay. So that was that or whatever. Anyway, we then see asshole brother, Braden's brother, coming by looking for Braden, but he isn't there. Tariq is there. Oh, you back, huh? The last time you was here, you stole my shit. You owe me, bro. Where my money at, Negro? I added a Negro or whatever. Anyway, he like him, whatever you have my brother wrapped up in, you need to get him out of it or I'm going to call the police. I'm looking like, that's not smart, but I'm going to leave that be. But Tariq makes a point. The police works for us. And if you call the police on me, your brother would get, in trouble because again, nothing going to lead back to me. It's going to lead back to him. So, you know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up and leave me be. Because matter of fact, that night when y'all was out, selling drugs or whatnot, I was here. I have a whole alibi. I was here with Nutty Niece. Oh, I knew it. I knew you was fucking my brother's girl. I'm looking like, fucking what? And I forgot at the party, his brother saw Riley, that's Nutty Niece's name, leaving out of his room and assumed she was banging Tariq. Because when he went in there, Tariq was in there on the couch, laid out and whatnot. He brings up, I knew it when I saw y'all in my room that night or whatever. He's like, what you talking about? You were, he like, I wasn't in your room. He like, yes, you were. Like, you were in my room and she was in there and y'all was, and I'm like, Tariq, please put two and two together. But again, the brother leaves and Tariq's like, this is the second time someone has told him something that happened that night. I'm like, but don't he remember? He don't remember shit? I will remember. Anyway, we then see Tariq's partner with Lauren, okay, in school or whatever. So they had her dorm room or whatever, talking about the assignment. He wants to get her secret. She wants to get his secret or whatever. To be funny, he picks up her laptop and say, well, I'll trade you your laptop for your secret or whatever. And so they laughing, ha 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 ha. And as they're laughing and talking, someone comes in and they throw condoms at him or whatever. Sex week, woo, or whatever. They then laugh and fall on the bed. Or no, she pushed him on the bed and she then straddled on top of him to tickle him. I'm like, now that's inappropriate because she got a boyfriend and whatnot. But at the same time, that moment wasn't sexual or whatever. But her boyfriend walks up and sees her, kind of straddling him on her bed. They're both laughing. You can see her tickling him or whatever. And then he's like, man, chill, ha 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 ha. Again, they wasn't like fucking, what I'm saying? But it would have been shocking to me. Anyway, he starts taking pictures of them on the bed and whatnot. I'm looking like, pictures, bruh? Pictures? Okay. And she's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Tariq said, nigga, don't you go to school in D.C.? Like, why are you here? Like, what's going on and whatnot? He's like, I want to show you what you look like, Lauren. You're ruining shit. I'm looking like, well, he didn't cuss, but whatever. She's like, we were just doing an assignment. We were joking. Like, it's not even like that. He's like, hold up, Lauren. The men are talking. I say, did you just shush her and say the men are talking? Motherfucker. Anyway, he asked Tariq, how dare you put your hands on someone else's woman? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck? Tariq was like, Lauren, get this nigga before I hurt him. I'm like, Tariq, you can't. Do you fight? Well, can you fight? I don't know. I'm not a nigga, and an educated man should know. No, an educated black man should know that. So Thought Pocket Gale, Lauren, just say, Tariq, can you leave? You know what I'm saying? We can talk about this later, whatever. I'll talk later. Boom. All right, Lauren, bye. He then looks at him and say, later, nigga. And I'm like, And I'm like, Tariq so rude. It was funny though. Anyway, Malcolm, I'm fighting for our future. I cannot believe you. You're gonna make the biggest mistake. And she's like, I've already made a mistake. That was you. We have no future. Get out. And he leaves. I mean, he had a right to be upset, but still, how he talked to her, I don't like him. Be quiet, the men are talking. Fuck you, is what I would have said. I'm gonna leave that be. So we then see Tariq finally gets smart. Okay, he finally gets smart and starts to follow Nutty Niece because again, he's remembering Braden brother saying, you know what I'm saying, oh, y'all, I saw her with you and you were knocked out. He remembers that. He remembers her saying, I drugged you that night. He's like, okay, something happened that night. I don't know what. Let me follow Nutty Niece. So he follows her. She's going to court because remember, she was picked up for that weed shit. And so this is her court date. So in court, you know, the judge, like, you know, is your lawyer here? My lawyer will be here soon, Your Honor. And then Taria looking like her uncle. What is going on? Because he's in the back of the courtroom. No one sees him. He's in the back. He's one of the many people in court that day and whatnot. And then you see Sax walking like, Your Honor, I'm here for my niece. I'm her lawyer. He's like, what the fuck? He realizes, shit, Nutty Niece is Sax's niece. Oh shit. So he now realizes that's why she's around. Sax has her fucking with me, fucking with Braden. And that's why she's always asking these questions. He then put 2 and 2 equal 5, which is Nutty Niece and whatnot. Okay. Anyway, so he then leaves the court. I'm like, good. Go tell Braden who the fuck she is. To tell him, let him know. Braden, I gotta talk to you, bro. You know, I did not want to tell you this or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? That night at the party for me or whatever, Riley tried to fuck me. And I was like, what? I was like, what? What? He was like, you know, he tried to fuck me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I had to, like, you know, push her off me or whatever. It was kind of crazy. And then she tried to do the same thing the night you went missing or whatever. He's like, really, dude? Braden does not believe him at all. I'm like, what the fuck was it like? Why not tell him the truth? But at the same time, I feel like Braden may not know how to react to the truth, but he also didn't know how to react to the lie. And then he like, you know, that's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up. You know, you can't be this jealous. I can't believe you. He like this. He's like, you're a fucking liar or whatever. Like he's pissed at Tariq. He's like, dude, I'm not like your brother. No, like ask your brother. Like he knows too. He's like, man, fuck him. I'm leaving, grr. And he then leaves out or whatever. As he's leaving out or whatnot, he later on runs to his brother. And he like, you know, we need to talk. You know what I'm saying? Tariq, so he like, I know Tariq's the asshole or whatnot. He just tried to tell me that, you know, Nutty Niece tried to fuck him. And he's like, you know, I'm not trying to defend him, but he isn't lying. But anyway, so he see how his brother like just, because he like, my brother not gonna lie either. You know what I'm saying? But like, again, that's what it was or whatnot. But Braden kind of just walks away because like, I'm just pissed. I'm like, I mean, it's fucked up. They lying on her, but she a whole liar. Like she may really care for Braden. She may do that, but you giving info on his best friend to your punk ass uncle, he not gonna want to be with you at all, girl. Anyway, so we then see, you know, Jabari, just fucking students or whatever. He asked Tariq to come see him in his office or whatever. So Tariq comes back to see his teacher. He's now questioning him, where were you at this day in the morning time or whatever. He's asking him where he was the morning when he went to Carrie's house and Zeke was there. Because again, he thinks it was Tariq. He's like, oh, I was at the library. He said where he was at, like the library is closed or whatever reason. He knew that wasn't true. But Tariq can't say I was doing whatever drug shit. Anyway, so he's asking him like, well, I know, you know what I'm saying, that you were mad that you couldn't get into the fellowship or whatever, so I can help you get it. Okay, I need you to write an essay and go real deep about the power of love and relationships or whatever, and it needs to be, you know, between you and a love interest, and I need, you know, details and specifics, because he's thinking Tariq is going to write about him banging Carrie. Jabari needs to be in prison. He plagiarized the shit. He is, basically stalking Carrie. He's now, basically going to have Tariq write a paper that he's going to use in his fucking book. I'm like, girl, he told him to write an essay to have that as a chapter in his book. Jabari ain't shit, and he nasty. Anyway, we then see it's the first day of Tasha's trial. And Sax calls Pass in to testify, whatever. And she's like, what is she doing? It's okay. You have nothing to worry about. Davis keeps telling her that, and we know he's lying or whatever. So Sax asks her about the phone that Tasha and her were talking about or whatever. And then she's like, well, I thought it was Ghost's phone. I had no info about the drugs and whatnot. I thought the phone had to do with, him killing my sister. But Tasha told me that Tommy did it. Now, when she said that, Tasha was pissed. Like, what the fuck? I can't, And the whole time, Davis is sitting there, and he's pissed. Because he realized Sax is going on full-fledged. But Sax is doing to Davis what Davis did to Sax last week. But the difference is, Sax had to push these issues because Stephen Ott is sitting with him in court. Because Stephen Ott said the last time I wasn't here and you fucked up. So guess what? I'm going to be here every day to make sure you do what you're supposed to do. So he can't not ask her stuff. And I like how, even though we know Sax is a whole asshole, he's actually, when he's being a good attorney, he's a shark. Cool. Anyway, Sax brings up, how did you ever think that Tasha was the one who had Tommy kill your sister? You know what I'm saying? Because if she was so nice, or her husband left her for your sister, you know what I'm saying? How do you know that it wasn't Tasha? She said, because Tasha, no, like her and Angie was on good terms. Tasha paid for my sister's funeral. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't think that. Sax like, well, what if Tasha painted a picture of how, good they were, whatever. But in all reality, you know what I'm saying, it was her who told Tommy to kill your sister for fucking her husband, okay? What if that's what happened to you're just the idiot who believed her? And I'm like, Sax was really genius in how he painted, because even though what he said is a lie, it sounds so truthful that this lady who husband left her and they three kids for your sister ended up dead. He dead too. And even though she paid for your stuff, and that Sax said Tasha is the last one left. Angela's dead, James St. Patrick's dead, Tommy's gone, and Tasha's the only one left. And Paz is a Paz, I don't care. Anyway, he's like, is it any way that it was actually Tasha who was calling shots the whole time? And she like, damn, that sounds plausible as hell. Oh yeah, it's a good chance that could be true. Yes. So now Davis is pissed because again, he got played. Anyway, we then see Kane. Kane is on his way to the re-up. Okay, but he first gets arrested because why? He was spotted at the scene of a crime robbing the goddamn church with the CGT or GTT, them alphabet boys. Okay, anyway, at that point in time, he's supposed to be at the re-up. Diana Monet's like, where the fuck is Kane? He late. It's almost time. What is going on? What is going on or whatnot? So because Kane don't show up, Tariq is then texting Diana like, I need product. What's going on or whatnot? So she texts back, like, saying, hey, can you come to the bar right now or whatever, because we got product coming in. I'm looking like, would your mama like that? So when he shows up or whatever, waiting for the drop to happen or whatever, we see Carrie calls him, asks him, are you okay? Were you upset for not getting the fellowship? He's like, I'm fine, Professor Jabari, already asked me to do, this extra credit assignment, blah, 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 blah. So as he's on the phone with Carrie, nosy as Diana is going through his book bag. She finds all them condoms or whatever. She then finds the note card with his name on it that says a teacher is fucking a student. Here, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking like, oh, so we then find out what Jabari wrote on Tariq's card, that a teacher is fucking a student. And he put it on Tariq's card thinking it's Tariq who was doing it, and it wasn't him. Anyway, so when he was at the phone, she asked him, is whoever it was, was that who you fucking or whatnot? And he's like, no, it's my teacher. You know what I'm saying? He's like, look, that day at my dorm or whatever, Lauren wasn't in my room, saying it was Braden's girlfriend who was pissed because he was missing or whatever. But I couldn't tell you about that because, again, I did not know if Monet was the reason that he was missing or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But, nothing's going on with me and Lauren. She's a man and whatnot. Oh, so you wasn't playing me that day at the party? She's like, no. I'm like, look, you don't know how much I have to protect myself. I have to always, feel like somebody's watching me. So I'm just real low key with it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You think I don't like you, but I always like you. See, I didn't just assume that people is watching me, so I'm real careful. And then they start kissing. I'm like, girl, I guess so. But back in the courtroom or whatever, Davis is now questioning Pass. And he like, you know what I'm saying, weren't you the one who first said to the cop that James St. Patrick killed your sister? She's like, yes. And then you say that, just today that you were told that Tommy killed her. She's like, well, yes. And now you're saying that it's possible that that Tasha killed your sister. Well, maybe. Do you always lie to the police or whatever? Like your sister did before she died for ghosts? Well, James or whatever. She's like, my sister made some mistakes, but she always owned up to them. He's like, oh, is that why James could have had her killed? Because he knew that she knew too much about his organization? She's like, what? No. Okay, who did you get money from to buy that salon or whatnot? She owned a nail salon. I got it from the estate of James St. Patrick. Oh, so it seems like, that you got some money from somebody and now you're changing your story. Is that what it is? She's like, no, that's not what. Tasha, he's like, no. Do you have any evidence that my client is a queen pin? And she says, no. So Dave was kind of did his job, but at the same time, you never know. You never know. Now, back at the bar. Monet is upstairs doing the drop while Tariq and Diana downstairs in the basement waiting for the drugs or whatever. But the dude who came, I was like, he looked like a little pipsqueak or whatever. He like, where Kane at? Don't worry about that. Okay, you here for this, I'm here for this, let it be whatever. But I told so-and-so I only need I don't need all that coke or whatever. I need the pills and that's really it. Well, he ain't tell me that or whatever, so I still need all the money for what I have here. Well, I told you I'm not doing. Look, I am Monet, so and so and so and so. You can't tell me shit or whatnot. He like, you gonna give me all the money. He then pulls out a knife. I'm like, no, not a knife. He ain't got no gun. What kind of drug dealer is you? Anyway, so now him and Monet tussling because he trying to attack Monet. So downstairs, Diana and Tariq, who was kissing, hear the little tussle. So Tariq comes upstairs as the dude had then knocked Monet to the floor and could have killed her. Okay, but when he come up and say, what's going on in here? And the dude turn around, which gives Monet time to pull her gun and do what? Shoot the dude dead. Dead. He is dead on the ground and whatnot. What is he doing here, Diana? He called Ma. He needed some drugs, Ma. I said, come here, Ma. He can help, Ma. We can trust him, Ma. I'm like, girl, Diana is so one-noted anyway. So, no. He like, look, I can help. You can't, no, Drew can do that. Drew can't move a body on his own, right? I can help. Fine. Help Drew. We then see Drew and Tariq put the body in a little van and whatnot. They shoot the dude again in the head, but through the window to make it look as if it was a robbery. Tariq is making it seem as if he ain't shot no one, but he has. He shot his dad. And when Drew shoots the dude, Tariq kind of looks scared, but he can't see it because he's kind of crouched down, holding the body up or whatnot. It was like Tariq wants to be big, bald, and bad, but he's still new to this. But you wouldn't know that he's new to it or whatnot. I'm going to leave that be. So we then see Braden. Braden goes to see Nutty Niece. And, I can't believe you tried to fuck my best friend. She's like, what are you talking about? You tried to fuck Tariq at the party. I can't believe that. Blah. She's like, that is not what happened. My brother even said, he's like, look. It's not what you think. I can explain it then. Tell me what happened. You know what I'm saying? She's like, it's not true. I love you. You can say it's not what you think. Okay, well, tell me what you was doing in the room with Tariq that night. Because if you love me, you can tell me the truth. And of course, she can't say shit. Because she can't say I was in there with him following him for my uncle who's a lawyer. So again, she can't say shit, and Brady leaves. He's like, she ain't shit. Now, anyway, Kane locked up. Okay, he makes a phone call to whoever, and the phone keeps going to voicemail or whatnot. So he makes another phone call. He calls someone like, I'm at the precinct. You know what I'm saying? Can you come help me? Whatever. I'm like, I bet he called. And sure enough, he called Boy Toy. Okay. Anyway, like, I can't believe you're being reckless, Kane. You know what I'm saying? Why would you be out here robbing with the gang folk? You can fuck up all the shit that Monet has going on. Kane, like, fuck her. Fuck her. Fuck the. It don't matter. She don't need you no more. She don't need me. She don't give no fuck about us or nothing. She gonna move all her product through Tariq up at that school. I said, I know he did not just tell the police dude who fucking his mama. Girl, I said, Kane, what is you doing? Kane, you snitching now? You snitching now? He like, what? Tariq St. Patrick? Are you serious? I can't. He's what? And I'm not. You just snitched on your mama to the police, basically. Anyway, like, look, you know what I'm saying? It's either, because she keeps picking him over us. So it's either him or us unless you want to stop it. I'm looking like, oh my God. Now, Boy, Twin, Kane working together. I'm like, this is so dumb. Monet at the house with Diana, and they pissed because Kane never showed up. And then Kane show up with Boy Toy. Boy Toy explained Kane was arrested. He was, allegedly caught, robbing people with the ABC boys and whatnot. What, are you dumb? Oh my God, this is so dumb. Diana then bring up how Mama was with the real people and whatnot, and dude tried to press Mama, whatever. It was a whole situation, and now they pissed. What happened? I'm gonna handle it. It's already handled. Okay, well, I can help Drew with the body. It's already handled. Tariq helped, and when she said that, Kane look at Boy Toy, and he like, see, I told you, she's letting him in so much or whatever. And then Boy Toy leaves. Diana walks upstairs and whatnot, and then Monet asks Kane if the cops was the one who, fucked up because his face is beat up because, again, his daddy beat his ass. He just says no, and then walks away. Now, Tariq gets back to his dorm. Lauren is there in her lingerie, whatever. I broke up with my boyfriend. He like, oh, okay. Now, he just came from killing somebody or moving to their body or whatnot. So he's in a different mood or whatever, okay? But she come in, like, talking to him or whatever. And, rubbing on his shoulders. And they get to kissing. And he taking her robe off. And he then realized my shirt is covered in blood. And as she's trying to unzip his coat, he stops her and then say, a teacher is fucking a student. She's like, what? He like, that's my secret. A teacher is fucking a student. She's like, why would you, isn't that why you're doing this? Like, you came here to get my, to get my thing or whatnot because you want that, fellowship, because you act so differently when your boyfriend is around or not around. Like, when he's not around, you're all over me, but he then comes around, you flip the switch to a whole different person. So I don't know who you are. Well, I don't know you either. And then she leaves. He then like unzips his coat and, of course, bloody shirt. So he couldn't let her get further with him because she would not be able to explain why he's covered in blood. I'm like, first of all, who wears a bloody shirt home? At least turn it inside out. Now your coat got blood on the girl. It's just nasty. And then we see all the students coming in, giving Carrie their secret. My secret was apple, orange, whatever it was. Lauren then said, I got my secret from Tariq, but I think he made his up because my secret said like apple, but he said this, and she sees it, and she sees one is Jabari's handwriting, and two it says a teacher is fucking a student. Oh, okay. Lauren, you'll get full credit. I'm like, please give her full credit. Now we then see, Davis is pissed. He goes to Saks. I can't believe you lying motherfucker. We had a deal. And then he like, look, I had to do that because I was in there. And if I didn't do that, it would have been harder for me to keep myself on the case or not. But it's okay. I have a way to get Tariq and to get Tasha off. He then brings up the stripper who has sold drugs for both Tariq and the mama. I'm looking like, You can't be out here trusting strippers sometimes because they will snitch on you. So we then see Lorenzo, because a call from Monet, and she's and she's pissed. You fucked up with Kane, you know what I'm saying? You beat him up. You're like, look, I just made him, realize he can't be out here doing dumb shit or whatever. Look, you are not out here, Lorenzo. I am. Kane is mine. Don't do that shit again. And it's a thing to where both Monet and Lorenzo wants Kane to do what they say. Follow my instructions. But again, they're both neglecting him and doing things that's making him get more and more out of control, to where you beat him up, which pissed him off. With Monet, you are pushing Tariq into his face, which pissed him off. They're both just not handling him, and it's pushing him further and further away. And Kane might have to die. Kane may have to die. Anyway, Jabari and Carrie didn't talk. I hate this whole Jabari and Carrie. I just think it's so dumb. But whatever. She's like, I'm not fucking Tariq. You putting that on this card and your handwriting is really just your admission to you fucking your TA. I feel for her, because I was just like her when we met. I was young and impressionable and charmed by you. But it's a new world now. You know what I'm saying? I can turn this into the university and get you in all kind of trouble, or you can leave me the fuck alone. Okay? Do that. He then leaves. I'm like, I hope this is the end of their sex toward weird ass love affair. Brayden gets back to the room, tells Tariq, I'm sorry, man. You know what I'm saying? I know you wasn't lying now. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry for not believing you, whatever. I broke up with Riley or whatever. And then watch Lethal Weapon, because they know he looked like Mel Gibson. Is he Mel Gibson's son or something, or grandson? I don't know. So Paz goes to visit Tasha. Asking her, like, did you play me this whole time? Is that what it was? She's like, no, I did not do anything. I'm saying, you are just like me. You suffered like me. You lost like me. Like, you were, in the same situation as me. It is like an innocent bystander to the bullshit that happened. And you thought so much. So I was just really trying to help you, okay? And she then brings up how, I was at Truth that night, Tasha. I was there, and her... she heard whoever, maybe Angela told her to leave or whatnot. But she feels as if maybe Tasha did kill James. Like, I did not kill James. Like, I didn't do it. Like, it wasn't me. She's like, yeah, but you know who did. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, Angela did not make it out. And if you know who did it, you can use that to get out of this situation. But she not gonna stick to her son. That ain't gonna happen. That was the whole episode. It was a lot, y'all. My mouth was so dry. I can't take it no more. Anyway, gotta go. Peace.